Hello and welcome to Valley View News. I'm Spencer Ferreira.
And I'm Eliza Kosten. A gunman has been charged with federal gun crimes in an apparent assassination attempt against former President Trump. The gunman was armed with a rifle just a few hundred yards away from the former president at Trump International Golf Course and was taken down by a member of the Secret Service. This attempt comes just 2 months after a shooter attempted to assassinate Trump at his Pennsylvania rally. The former president is in good spirits and thanked law enforcement for keeping him safe.
President Biden has shared his reaction following the assassination attempt.
One thing I want to make clear, the service needs more help, and I think the Congress should respond to their needs if they in fact need more services.
Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris had their first and what might be only presidential debate. The two discussed topics such as abortion, immigration, and the state of the economy. Following the debate, Kamala said on social media that they owe the people a second debate. Trump responded by saying that when someone loses a fight, the first thing they want is a rematch. As of September 16th, Trump has rejected another presidential debate.
Many people are talking about Trump's comments regarding immigration in Springfield, Ohio. He claims that the people are eating cats and dogs.
They are not eating cats, and as our government said, dogs. We haven't seen one account of that.
Following the debate, Taylor Swift went to social media to endorse the vice president. Swift said that she felt the need to be transparent with her plans this election after an AI video of her endorsing Trump was being spread on social media.
Trump shared his reaction to Taylor Swift's endorsement on his Truth Social platform. He made a post saying that he hates Taylor Swift. He also said that it was only a matter of time that she endorsed him because she is a very liberal person but couldn't endorse President Biden.
The bridge fire is currently the biggest fire in the state. As of Monday, the fire has burned over 54,000 acres and is at 11% containment. Evacuation orders are in place for the areas of Wrightwood, Mount Baldy, and East Fork communities.
With some more information regarding the fires, a suspect has been arrested for arson for allegedly starting the line fire in Highland. As of Monday, the fire has burned over 39,000 acres and is 42% contained. A power outage has caused the legendary Hollywood Bowl concert venue to cancel last weekend's concert. Vance Joy, Group Love, and Tiny Habits were set to perform. No information has been revealed about the cause of the power outage, although some believe it is due to the intense California heat wave.
The Independence Days of Central American countries were celebrated last weekend. Valley View's Jess Brumana headed downtown to Central American Independence Festival to see how LA celebrates the occasion.
To commemorate Central American Independence Day, the Central American Confederation is putting on its annual festival. For the last 41 years, Angelinos have gathered here in MacArthur Park to dance, eat, and play to celebrate their cultures. Between the musical performances, you can hear blocks away, mouth-watering food, and carnival games galore. There's a lot to get up to. Cultural Commission Director Jaime Peñate says he's been a part of COFECA since he came to the U.S. at the age of 17.
Entonces, para nosotros es una expresión, un espacio que nos permite mostrar nuestra cultura, en este caso de 8 países, en esta ciudad multicultural. Queremos mantener nuestra cultura y presentárselas a ustedes como nueva generación.
Despite the history of the festivals, personnel changes in local government have put the event at risk of cancellation. Peñate says on the first day of the event, one of the opposing employees threatened to send the police to shut everything down.
Necesitamos representación de nuestra comunidad a nivel político y no digamos a nivel económico. Entonces, al carecer de esos espacios, nosotros estamos a expensas de los políticos que no tienen la identidad.
The threat fell flat, and attendees were able to come to a second day without interruption.
A veces necesitamos como hacer festivales en este movimiento para que juntos vengamos a convivir con diferentes nacionalidades y a probar su gastronomía y aparte la cultura de cada país y aparte sus artesanías.
If you missed this weekend's Cumbia and Pupusas, COFECA also hosts a handful of events throughout the year centering individual countries' cultures. From MacArthur Park, for Valley View News, I'm Jess Brumana.
If you're a parent who has a child that attends any of the schools within the LAUSD district, it might be time for your child to head to school without a phone. Valley View News' Tony Santos has more on how the California legislature will completely change the way kids learn at school.
So I'm currently standing outside Julie Korenstein Elementary School here in North Hollywood, California, because the California legislature has passed a bill to require all schools within the LAUSD umbrella to either limit or ban cell phone use during the day. However, especially for parents out there, are you concerned with this? Now, of course, the state's public schools will be given until July 2026 to either ban or limit cell phones. In the meantime, we were fortunate enough to be welcomed into a home and speak to the parents of a student who attends this exact elementary school.
No, I wouldn't even send my daughter to school without a phone. Now I can see where she is. If anything happens, if there's any dangers, I could communicate to her, make sure she's okay. For example, these earthquakes we've been having, I know I can communicate and know my child is okay because the school is not going to tell me again.
Schools could require students to store phones in either the locker or a sealed case. However, exceptions can be made for students using their phone for medical or general emergencies.
With our daughter, there was one time where she ended up falling and nobody at school knew about it, you know, so she was the one that contacted us and let us know. So I believe that it's better for the kids to have the phones at the school.
I'm Tony Santos, back to you in the studio.
A beloved member of the legendary Jackson 5, Tito Jackson, has died at the age of 70. Jackson was the third of 9 children, including music superstars Michael and Janet. The Jackson 5 topped the charts back in 1969 with their breakthrough hit, I Want You Back. The group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997.
Legendary actor James Earl Jones passed away at 93 years old. Jones is known for his roles in The Lion King and as the voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars. Social media posts mourning the icon have been flooding in. The Star Wars creator and cast, including George Lucas and Mark Hamill, paid tribute to their beloved friend and legendary actor.
Music artist Frankie Beverly has died at age 77. Beverly was the singer in the band Maze and inspired fans with songs including Before I Let Go and Love Is the Key. His cause of death has not been revealed.
Ryan Seacrest is taking his spin at hosting Wheel of Fortune, after longtime host Pat Sajak retired at the end of the 41st season. Seacrest says hosting Wheel of Fortune is a dream job for him.
Kendrick Lamar is set to perform at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. He made the announcement in a video on social media where he appears to acknowledge his feud with Drake. He previously performed at Super Bowl 56 in LA alongside Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. However, rapper Lil Wayne says he is hurt that he did not get selected because he is from New Orleans and thought it would be a perfect opportunity.
Tom Brady made his broadcasting debut on Fox to kick off the NFL season. The 7-time Super Bowl champion has no previous broadcasting experience. Brady spent 23 years in the league before retiring last year.
Tesla announces another round of recalls for the Cybertruck due to build quality. This is on top of the fact that Tesla has undergone a fall in sales for the second time this year. This is despite the electric vehicle moguls knocking $2,000 off of its top 3 sellers in the Model Y, X, and S. While growth for the electric vehicle sales has declined, the market is still growing, but the fact that Tesla's current car lineup is relatively old and highly priced doesn't help their situation.
Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll have all the information on the iPhone 16, Princess Kate's health, and Hispanic Heritage Month. We'll be back in a few.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home. Go to that.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
It's officially Hispanic Heritage Month. Our very own Eliza Portillo is in the Digital Media Center with details on how this month is being celebrated.
Yeah, Alexa and Spencer, this year's the 56th annual celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, and the LA community is united more than ever. Hispanic Heritage Month has officially begun, and to celebrate, the city of LA unveiled an art exhibition at the Henry P. Real Bridge Gallery at LA City Hall.
These works of art explore themes from indigenous spirituality to the enduring fight for justice as seen in the Chicano civil rights movement.
At the ceremony, Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez declared September 10th, 2024, Mariachi Divas Day in honor of the all-female mariachi group's 25th anniversary. The art exhibition, La Fiesta del Pueblo, or the People's Festival, features art from the collections of Cheech Marin and the Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture in Riverside, along with works by Chicano and Latino artists from the LA area. With nearly 5 million Hispanic residents in Los Angeles County, the city will come alive with music, food, art, and Latino culture during the next month.
Now, we know that outside of Mexico City, Los Angeles is the city with the largest population of Mexican people in the entire world. And so knowing that, we have to make sure that we uplift the Mexican culture, the Latino culture, which makes so part of the city.
The month-long annual celebration recognizes the history and culture of the U.S. Latino and Hispanic communities. The celebration started in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon Johnson and later was expanded to a full month in 1988 by President Ronald Reagan. Many people, like writer Henry Curry, think that Hispanic Heritage Month is an opportunity to celebrate diversity and indulge in learning about different cultures.
But I think, especially living in a place like Los Angeles, you live in such a melting pot of diversity that if you're not willing to open yourself up to new cultures, I think you're missing out on so much that you can really learn from.
And Latino Heritage Month, our exhibit at the Bridge Gallery in City Hall runs through September 30th and is free to the public. I'm Eliza Portillo, back to you.
Eliza, thank you. The box office is flooding with some exciting films. Beetlejuice is the highest grossing movie this month with over $180 million made. Deadpool and Wolverine, Reagan, and Alien Romulus are also seeing successful numbers. The list of movies available are giving viewers a wide variety of genres to choose from.
The long-awaited launch of the new iPhone 16 will be available on September 20th. Along with the new phone, Apple unveiled other new products including AirPod features and Apple Watches. The new AirPods will now double as hearing aids along with an included hearing test in the Health app. The Apple Watch is also getting an upgrade as audio is now available to listen to through the included watch speaker for music and podcasts.
Catherine, Princess of Wales, has finished her chemotherapy treatment. The princess says that she is on the path to a full recovery. Catherine released a video saying that she and Prince William are grateful for the support they have received following Catherine's cancer diagnosis earlier this year.
COVID vaccines are now being updated to improve immunity and protect against the virus. The updated vaccine is not a new vaccine, but rather just a strain change. It is recommended by the FDA that everyone 6 months or older should get the updated vaccine.
Mammogram patients will now need to be told about their breast density. This is a new step aimed at improving the early detection of breast cancer. This ruling will inform patients if they have dense breasts in order to see if they may need additional testing. Breast cancer screenings should be done every other year, starting at the age of 40.
We should be experiencing some warmer weather this weekend, maybe some weather for the beach. When was the last time you went to the beach?
It was a couple months. I actually went on the 4th of July, but it was nice when I was there.
I just went last week and it was beautiful. I've actually been hearing that the water might be polluted. Our very own Jess Brumana has more information.
Yeah, thanks you guys. If you plan on heading to the beach in these last few days of heat before temperatures go down, be sure to check the water quality of your destination. LA County has issued multiple bacterial warnings for many popular beaches. You can find the full list of beaches with advisories on publichealth.lacounty.gov. Now let's take a look at the forecast. Coming up this week, we've been enjoying a little break from the heat, but it's been a little too good to be true. On Sunday, we'll see a resurgence of some of that heat with highs in the low 90s over the next few days. Midweek, though, you'll see that heat burn off and the valleys will return to similar mid-high temperatures. All week, we'll be consistent lows in the mid-60s and the sky will be a bit overcast. Taking a look at the beach, it's actually going to be a few degrees hotter down there. We'll see a similar uptick in the heat, pushing the highs to the mid-90s for those days until it cools down end of the week. Lows remain in the mid-60s with an uptick during those hot days. Heading inland, it'll be quite a bit cooler in the valleys and the beaches, capping out around 90 degrees during the peak of the heat at the beginning of the week. Just before the weekend, it'll drop down to the low 80s, and the lows throughout the week will be consistent, still in those mid-60s temperatures. Another thing to keep in mind as the temperatures are going down, humidity is going to go up. You shouldn't need to worry about rain, but you should worry about air quality. The increased humidity makes it easier for particulates to cling to the air and get around the area. With those fires up north, debris has the potential to make its way through the winds down here. If you live in or around the mountains or near the fire areas, consider checking the air filter in your car and your home. You can check the air quality of your area on airnow.gov. Over in Echo Park this weekend, it'll be a temperate and overcast with highs hanging around the high 70s and mid 80s with lows in the low 60s. Just in time for the Dodgers home game series against the Rockies. I'm sure our sports anchor Charlie Gonzalez is excited for that. Dodgers, Matadors, Bruin, and more sports are just ahead after the break here on Valley View News.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I surrender.
All right, pal.
Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Can I play with it?
No, absolutely not. It's not a toy. You know that. Anyway, I need it to protect you, your sister and Mom.
But what about the 8 kids who get shot every day by mistake?
Where'd you hear that?
Where do you keep it?
It's hidden.
I bet it's on the top shelf of the closet, under your sweatshirts. Is it loaded? Remember when I found my Christmas gift? You always told me to be curious.
No, that's not what I meant.
And when it's just me and Mom, I could use the gun to protect her.
No, Justin, I promise. I'm always here for you.
But Dad, you're not always here.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Vengo de Honduras. Ya tenía 19 años y no tuve el tiempo de entrar a high school por mi edad. De repente miré un flyer donde decía, termine su high school, y en letras grandes español. Dije yo, ¿será posible?
Yo estoy muy orgullosa porque sí luchó por sacar su diploma.
Este proceso yo creo que no lo hubiese terminado sin la ayuda de mi mamá y de mi hermana. La educación es muy importante y estoy haciendo un futuro mejor para mi hijo.
Encuentra clases gratis para adultos cerca de ti en completatudiploma.org.
Welcome back to Valley View News. Now it's time to talk about sports. Alexa, have you been watching any sports recently?
I have. I just watched the Chiefs game, and I loved it because I get to support Taylor Swift.
Oh, so you're a Taylor Swift fan, not really a Chiefs fan.
Both are equal.
Well, we need to talk about our local teams. Our sports anchor, Charlie Gonzalez, will tell us more about that.
Oh, thank you, Spencer. And CSUN's women's soccer team defeated the North Dakota Fighting Hawks 1-0 last night, earning their second win of the season. It was Valley night, so everyone had free admission. The team has now surpassed their win total from last season when they went 1-13-5. Yoshi Rubalcava scored the lone goal during the 15th minute. She was substituted by Samantha Healy about 11 minutes later. Midfielder Brooklyn Wolf left the game with an injury during the 75th minute after she fouled. She was carted off and had her right ankle wrapped. She was seen on crutches after the match. When she will return to play is unknown as of right now. At 2-6, the women's soccer team's first Big West Conference match is Sunday night at 7 at home versus the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Fans can catch that game on ESPN+. But before that, the Matadors' next game is at home against the San Diego Toreros, Thursday at 7. UCLA's first Big Ten matchup was on Saturday with fans eager to see their football team under a new coaching staff. Didn't go well, falling 42-13 in their first ever game against the Indiana Hoosiers. The marching band got the crowd pumped up in the fan zone, performing the 8-clap and Sons of Westwood. In their first game in the Rose Bowl Stadium since New Year's Day 1968, the visitors from the Hoosier State scored a touchdown on their opening drive. On the ensuing drive, Bruins quarterback Ethan Garbers fumbled and the Hoosiers recovered. It appeared to be an incomplete pass in the dirt on the replay, but the call stood. Indiana scored again, going up 14-0, already scoring more points in the first quarter than UCLA would all evening. Despite only committing half the number of penalties and 2 opposing players being ejected, UCLA couldn't get in a rhythm on either side of the ball. Fans were seen leaving early in the fourth quarter. At 1-1, they traveled to play the LSU Tigers on Saturday. Kickoff is at 12:40 in the afternoon on ABC and ESPN+. And it was a rough weekend for the Los Angeles Rams as well, falling 0-2 after getting blown out 41-10 on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. Rookie wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. scored 2 touchdowns, both in the first quarter, just over 2 minutes apart. A week after Kyler Murray was pressed about not targeting Harrison enough, he throws 2 bombs to the 2023 Heisman Trophy finalist and earned a perfect passer rating. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford was sacked 5 times and had just 216 yards passing. Their only touchdown on the day was a 4-yard rush by Kyron Williams in the third quarter. Arizona will host the 1-1 Detroit Lions in Week 3. The Rams' home opener is on Sunday versus the 49ers. Kickoff is at 1:25 in the afternoon on Fox. Yesterday, the Dodgers avoided a series sweep at the Atlanta Braves, winning Game 3 9-2. Reliever Michael Kopech earned the win, coming in during the 7th inning, trailing 2-1. The fireworks for the Dodgers at the plate came during the 9th inning, breaking the 2-run tie by scoring 7 runs, handling Raisel Iglesias. They lost 3 outs later. In Game 1 on Friday, while warming up in the bullpen, Tyler Glasnow worsened an elbow injury that landed him on the 15-day injured list in August. The injury has been diagnosed as a sprained elbow, bringing the season to an end. There's good news for the Dodgers, who have a 3.5-game lead over the San Diego Padres in the NL West standings. The magic number for the boys in blue to clinch the division is 10. Magic numbers are calculated by taking the total number of games in a season, then subtracting the number of wins of the first-place team, in this case the Dodgers, and the number of losses by the second-place team, the Padres, then adding 1. So, with that, the earliest the Dodgers can win the division crown is Saturday if they win their next 5 games, and the Padres lose their next 5 games. The boys in blue begin a 3-game series at the Miami Marlins tomorrow. First pitch is scheduled for 3:40. Meanwhile, the Padres' next game is today at home against the Houston Astros at 6:40. And quite a busy week for sports. And what do you? It's just your 49ers come to play Rams this Sunday. It's going to be exciting.
Definitely.
Minnesota State Trooper Christy Sue Hathaway is getting recognized for her life-saving organ donations. In May, Hathaway donated a piece of her liver to a stranger just 3 years after she donated a kidney. Hathaway says she decided to be a live organ donor after what she calls the ripple effect, when someone needs to receive necessary organ transplant.
And that's all we have for you this week on Valley View News. I'm Spencer Ferreira.
And I'm Alexa Kosten. Tune in next week to stay up to date with the latest news.